I gave up drinking 5 months ago after hitting my rock bottom, and it transformed my life. I went from this to this. I gave a speech about it in Toastmasters, a public speaking organization that I recommend you check out, and the talk was called Meet My Shadow. Because this is a pretty vulnerable topic, I thought I'd upload it raw here with no edits. And I hope this talk inspires you to appreciate life and the relationships you have, become more self-aware, and make the necessary sacrifices to bloom into the best version of you possible so that you can make the biggest difference in this short life. Because you matter and you do make a difference, and your potential is far greater than you know. If you enjoy the video and think it could benefit others, give it a like and a share, and subscribe to this channel for weekly content meant to help you sell more and live more.
Mike Tyson once said, "Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face." And that's exactly what happened to me on Bourbon Street, but I'll never remember it. What I do remember is waking up in an ambulance thinking, what's going on? What am I doing here? I shouldn't be here. You see, what happened is I was at a bachelor party in New Orleans for my best friend, Vince. And I had a handful of hurricanes, a slew of shots, and next thing you know, I was over the edge, and I picked a fight with the wrong guy, a college running back. And with one punch, he knocked me unconscious. I hit my head on the pavement. I laid there in a puddle of blood. I was unresponsive for 30 seconds. My friend was over me, crying, saying, "Someone help," and no one was responding. They were all drinking in the bar. They could care less. And he thought I was a goner. Now, when I woke up, the first thing I said was, "Owie." A bit of comedic relief in an otherwise very serious situation. And when I got to the hospital, I was still drunk. And I was still resistant. I was in denial. I shouldn't be here. They stitched me up, and then I ripped off the things that were stuck to me, and I said, "Let me out." And they finally did. And I crashed at my bed in the hotel room and passed out. The next morning, I woke up with a little blood on my pillow. I looked in the mirror and my jaw was out to here. My eye was purple. I almost didn't recognize myself, and I was in physical pain. But what was even more painful was when I heard my friends recollect what had happened to me. It turned out that I started the fight, right? I wasn't any hero that was protecting their friends, but I incited things. I was like, I said that? I did that? That was really painful to accept. But what was even more painful was when I flew home to my mom's 70th birthday that same day. And instead of a gift, I gave her a heart attack. That's right. She saw my face all discombobulated. I was out of it. I was concussed. She was so embarrassed and upset and hurt. She said, "How could you do this to me?" She didn't even want me to go to church, because how could we even explain that? It was so shameful. But you want to know what was even more painful than that? When I came back to Austin, Texas, and my best friend said, "Chris, let's meet up, let's go for a walk." And on that walk, he said, "Do you remember what you did and what happened?" "Yeah, I started the fight. I was in the wrong." He said, "Chris, you say you want to be a professional speaker. You act like you're a life coach sometimes, but you've got some integrity issues, something to look at. You should probably get in therapy." And I said, "You're not wrong. I'm giving up drinking. Like, it's done." He said, "Chris, you're a liability. I can't have you at my wedding." This was my best friend in life. I was going to be his best man. For 5 years, we knew it. We even had a celebrity couple name, but for bromances. Chris plus Vince equals Crince. We lived in Boston together. We'd order sandwiches, and we would place the order as Crince, right? Order for Crince. I had written a speech where I cried tears of joy, and now I was crying tears of pain because that friendship was over. This was my rock bottom 5 months ago. And as painful as it was, I wouldn't trade it for the world. Because in my hero's journey, this was my big trial and tribulation that taught me lessons that I will never forget, and there's 5 of them. The first one is life and relationships are fragile. Pride comes before the fall, and no one's immune to losing it all. I was very successful. I'd like to think I've been successful in my life leading up to this point. I was closing deals, my YouTube channel was growing, I had great relationships, I was at this amazing bachelor party with my friend, I was consulting a CEO on the side. He said, "You could be my chief revenue officer." I said, "I'm good, I'm actually doing well at my current company." Things were great, and then this happened. I noticed that it's when I'm at my best in life that I'm at most risk to fly too close to the sun like Icarus. And within an instant, a poor choice could snuff out our life completely. I almost died. And what I realized is that no matter how close a friendship you might have, developed over 5 years, living together for 5 years, we're human beings and integrity matters. Our decisions impact others. And again, no friendship is immune to breaking. I was humbled by that. The second lesson that I learned is that along with our greatest strengths are intertwined our greatest weaknesses as well, and those need to be managed. And we're all just as capable of bad as we are capable of good. For me, I'm a passionate extrovert. I love people, but that also comes with a hilt towards hedonism, a little compulsion, and that's something I'm always going to have to manage and confront. I was friendliest guy in high school. I won the citizenship award. I got a full ride to Georgetown University for my community service, acknowledged by John DeJoy, the president. And yet I found myself in this rock bottom, lost in the depths of my shadow. And I had to confront that. And that's a part of me, and I accept it. So I thought I'd introduce you. This is my shadow. The third lesson I learned is that every day we have a choice to make. Who will show up, the brightest shining version of ourselves or our shadow? Integrity is a lifelong endeavor. And our decisions that we make on who will show up have a huge impact on the people around us. Will we take responsibility for our wake? The fourth lesson that I learned is that pain is a powerful motivator. It's a transformative force. Pain itself is not bad, it's what you do with it. And man, did I experience pain on many levels. But that's what inspired me to give up my old self, let it die, to transcend it, to aim higher, be better. And in that upward aim is where we experience the joy and meaning that sustains human beings, at least in my personal experience. This rock bottom led me to give up old ways of thinking, of being, different patterns that were comfortable, that I kept in place, that kept me in chains. But I finally was motivated enough to let those go, to transform and grow. And since that experience, I lost 30 pounds. I'm in the best shape of my life. I hit 22 straight pull-ups for the first time ever.
Beautiful.
I've gotten into therapy, and I've started to look at myself and see what was underneath that, outburst that I will never even remember, but it happened, and it happened for a reason. There's something going on, and I've shifted my values to be in alignment with who I want to be. I've closed more deals. My YouTube channel has grown to 2,500 subscribers and is growing faster and faster, and I feel in alignment. I've got great people like Tom Singer as mentors to support me. I'm here in Toastmasters, went to NSA, I'm growing. It's not about the pain, but what we do with the pain. And the fifth and final lesson I learned is that we will make mistakes. I am amazed at how many ways I figure out how to F up. And there's so many mistakes we made. I'll keep it PG. We make mistakes, things happen, but we get to author our response. I was unconscious, I was blackout drunk. I will never remember that night. I will never remember that guy who punched me. So I might as well choose to say that was the hand of God knocking me out, giving me a wake-up call, saying, "Chris, you've got another shot to start anew." And I'm taking the call and I'm responding. I am humbled, I have been disciplined, and I'm giving up distractions and I'm giving into a vision to make a difference for 10,000 people, helping them get jobs in technology sales, to create freedom in their life, to lift the word with words and encourage people to catalyze their full potential. Yes, Mike Tyson did say it right. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. Mm-hmm. But now I don't just have a plan. I have an integrity and commitment to back it up, and that's why I'm here, and it's time to get to work.
Yeah.
I hope this speech encouraged you and helped you get to know me more and my commitment to help more people maximize their career and their potential. If you want to get started in tech sales, then check out this interview with Kyle Coleman to learn more on the SDR role, or check out my tech sales rap video. I hope it puts a smile on your face. Also, check out my website, chrisbussing.com, and subscribe to the Sell More, Live More newsletter, which is coming out soon, so you stay up to date on the latest with the community I'm building, and get on the wait list for my Tech Sales Accelerator course, which is coming soon. To your success in tech sales and in life, happy selling and happy living, and I'll see you in the next one.